Breaking news. El Centro Motors is happy to announce the summer sales event and the return of 0%. Yes, you heard that right. 0%. Come and save money with these exciting offers. 0 down payment, 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, receive 2 years, 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy at El Centro Motors.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro, and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert. Just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State, now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what programs do we need to do? What services do we need to provide? You know, where are some of our transfer portals that we need to make sure that we open up for our students? I have to give my all. And I encourage my teams, the campus community, hey, let's give it all, because these are our neighbors. These are the kids down the block. They're gonna be our doctors, they're gonna be our nurses, they're gonna be here. So how can we make sure that they have all the resources and the support they need to get there?
Imperial Valley College. We are IVC. For more, visit imperial.edu.
No cool? No problem. For over 29 years, Arctic Air has been keeping Imperial Valley cool. You've seen our orange vans around. Chances are your neighbor is already cool thanks to us. Call today to ask about our Comfort Club membership, and you'll never have to worry about your AC again. We're here for you 24/7.
Johnny's Burritos, serving the Imperial Valley since 1963. A Imperial Valley tradition, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Wishing all these students this month going back to school a big welcome back.
From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN Sports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Willis Ward Field as the Calexico Bulldogs, with a 3-0 one-loss record, inviting Cibola High School with a 1-0 one-loss record from Yuma, Arizona. And there's a special catch to tonight's game, is it's the alma mater of head coach Fernando Solano. But tonight we're in for a special treat, as John Moreno, our play-by-play supreme, will be giving way to his son, Sonny Moreno, along with Carlos Fernando Moreno and Diego Francisco Moreno. But ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome the voice of choice, the real deal, the master blaster, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Well, Vic, it's Calexico. We're opening up against Cibola. This is a 2025 season, and Bulldogs are looking to go 4-0 tonight. But tonight, it's a special night. We've got the nephews in the house, Los, not Carlos, but he wants to go by Los, and Diego, and this is Sonny. And Sonny's going to be doing a little bit of the play-by-play. So we want you to sit back and relax. And I'm going to pass over the headset to Sonny so he can get started. This is an audition. He's not on board yet. We're going to test him out. So don't get your hopes up too high. You got to do real good, and I expect nothing but good things. So from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, please welcome Sonny Moreno.
Well, John, that's almost like having Los Dodgers instead of the Los Dodgers. We'll have to get these guys T-shirts. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We have Sonny Moreno here, and we're going to have Carlos Fernando Moreno and Diego Moreno coming in and out during the first half. So, ladies and gentlemen, on a beautiful Friday night, kind of sultry still in the mid-90s, but we came under the wet bulb temperature authority to allow us to play tonight, as the temperature is under 95 degrees, and the great Calexico marching band is out on the field getting ready under Carlos Navarrete, the band director. The Bulldogs will be wearing garnet and white, and the visiting Cibola Raiders, their colors are black and gold, but they're wearing their white traveling uniforms with black numerals. So, Sonny, welcome to the program. Tell us, pregame jitters?
No, not at all, Uncle Victor. I think I'm ready to go. It's been long overdue. My dad, you guys have all been wanting me to come up here, so I think it's just special to be up here in the press box with the family.
Well, Cibola comes in with a 1-win, no-loss record thus far. They beat Rincon Valley out of the greater Phoenix area 41-6 last week, and the Bulldogs have raced out to a 3-0 record. They're looking for their fourth win tonight. What are some of the keys to success do you think that the Bulldogs need to pursue to get a victory tonight?
Just keep it simple. Have the run game efficient. That's been their bread and butter this year. So I think they're gonna ride on Andre Lopez and Jose Fernandez to keep the momentum going before league starts up in a couple of weeks.
Well, offensively, the Bulldogs like to go at quarterback with Israel Ruiz. He's a senior. He'll be wearing jersey number 5. The running backs are Andre Lopez, number 21, and number 32, Jose Fernandez. Andre Lopez comes in with 450 rushing yards thus far, and he's the main workhorse for the Calexico Bulldog running game. Ruiz likes to look at Alberto Castro, Aaron Valdez, and Joshua Ramirez as his passing targets. The line will be manned by Chris Nunez at center. The left guard is Joe Vega, the left tackle, Ruben Aladame. Right guard is Antoine Farias, and the right tackle, Andre Sanchez. So they'll be the ones that'll provide the running lanes for the Bulldog running backs, Lopez and Fernandez. We'd like to welcome now our coaching analyst and coaching supreme, Ruben Castro. Ruben, welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Vic? You made me feel like a supreme burrito there, man.
So, Ruben, you've seen the teams, you've scouted them, you've walked out on the field and talked to the respective head coaches. What's the pregame view look like?
Well, both coaches are looking to run. They want to open up the run game today, and they want to kill some clock time. and only pass when they need to. And now, what does that mean? Well, your guess is as good as mine. You know, it just means that they want to run the ball today. You know, and Calexico has a great run game. You know, they run that buck sweep. They have an inside game, and they also have that jet sweep to the outside. And Coach Boo does a great job of setting the plays up.
Well, the Calexico relies on number 21, Andre Lopez, former Burgers and Beer recipient, and along with Jose Fernandez, the second recipient of the Burgers and Beer Player of the Game. While the offense relies on, for Cibola, the Raiders, Javier Rodriguez, number 3, and he relies on his running game of Darian Alvarez and Damian Sanchez. One of them, Alvarez, comes into the rush for 200 yards last week against Recon Valley in the greater Phoenix area. So, Sonny, back to you. What are you, continue on with your keys to success?
I think the Bulldogs also want to keep the momentum going for their defense. They haven't allowed a touchdown in the last 8 quarters, so the last 2 games they played. I feel like if they can keep that strength going, then everything should be going good in their favor today.
Ladies and gentlemen, also doing color commentary tonight is Diego Moreno. Diego was a great quarterback for Calexico in the mid-2000s. And Diego, welcome. Tell us what you've seen out here thus far, and what do you expect to see from the Bulldog offense?
Thank you for welcoming me in to VSN. And I think for the Bulldogs, the keys to the win to the game is that they have to win in the trenches. That's the simple rule of football. You got to win in the trenches. You got to establish the run game. And with the run game, you know, that sets up the big plays, that sets up the passing plays. So we should be, if they do those 3 things successfully, we should be in for a good night of football here at Ward Field.
Well, you know, Calexico, under the tutelage of Fernando Solano and Steven Boo Torres, the offensive coordinator, have really put together a stout offensive line, but an explosive offense behind the running of Lopez along with Fernandez. They both have had 3 great games, rushing over 100 yards each, and we look for more tonight. More of that for tonight.
Oh, yeah, just keep it the same. You know, that's the bread and butter, the rushing. If the running back has 2 back-to-back 100 yards, then we should see more of that tonight.
And, you know, Israel Reis, he's come up with he's 28 passing attempts in the 3 games, 15 completions for 224 yards and 3 TDs.
Wow, that's a
so
game.
if the Cibola defense keys on the running game, he could surprise him with a passing attack.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He could come out here with play-action passing right off the bat after a very good run. He could throw it in the flat. He could throw it over the top. Whatever the defense gives him, he'll take advantage.
And, Ruben, how much of a factor is experience?
I was just about to mention that, Vic. You know, when we started the season, we talked about we were at the Southwest game when I mentioned the inexperience of the Calexico line and how young they were in terms of years playing football. The only kid with experience down there is the center.
That's Chris Nunez.
That's Chris Nunez. Everybody else is brand new to football. Brand new to football, and it's a great thing watching them because you could see their growth from week to week.
Well, you know, they've talked about when you have, like, if you have good students, they're good. They're smart students are smart football players. You can give them a lot of plays from the playbook, and they're able to master that. We'll now pause for the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen.
That's 33. The give is to Hamlin, and Hamlin's going to fall forward for a touchdown. The Raiders picked up a first down.
That's Leonel Canchola breaking a tackle and taking it in. Touchdown, Calexico.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Willis Ward Field here on September 12th evening here, 2025, as the undefeated Calexico Bulldogs hosting their first home game tonight with the visiting Cibola Raiders. An added twist for tonight's game, it's the alma mater of head coach Fernando Solano, and to continue on that positivity, we're also welcoming in a couple of new guest announcers, color commentator play-by-play analyst Sonny Moreno, along with guest color commentators Diego Francisco Moreno and Carlos Fernando Moreno, and with your steady, outstanding coaching analysis, Ruben Castro. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, Vic.
Hey.
So, Ruben, what's your takeaway now as the players are out at midfield for the traditional coin toss?
Well, you know what? Cibola's always a hard-hitting game. Always and always. Cibola comes in with a little bit of frustration on it, a chip on their shoulder. So Calexico's got to get prepared for that because they'll hit you early. They'll hit you early and they'll hit you hard. So Calexico's got to be prepared to hit back just as hard and just as early.
Tonight's referees representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association. Wearing the white hat is head referee Nathan Binkins. The umpire is Michael Garcia. The head linesman is John Robb. The line judge is Lloyd James, and the back judge is Victor Padilla. An outstanding crew tonight representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association here tonight at Willis Ward Field. As we welcome back Diego Francisco Moreno. Diego, give us some insight before the kickoff. We're counting down under 2 minutes.
Well, some good insight is that the quarterback for Calexico, Israel Rodriguez, his last game, he went 15 for 28, and he had a couple of TDs with that, three touchdowns, and he went for 224 yards. As well as the running back Andre Lopez, he's leading the league. He's leading the team with rushing yards with 405 and 9 touchdowns.
You know, he's one of the top running backs in the Imperial Valley. Hopeville has this outstanding running back. His last name is Armas, and he's been averaging up close to 200 yards rushing per game.
Oh, wow.
And an interesting element, Imperial could be the favorite to win the IVL this year. They've got an explosive running back in Darren Wessel. Mm-hmm. But imagine if Rashid Robinson wouldn't have transferred to Lincoln. He's been averaging over 200 yards a game rushing for Lincoln, and they're the number one team in San Diego CIF. They're playing Mater Dei tonight at Lincoln High School.
Oh, wow, that's a game right there.
You're talking open division there, Vic. So to pick up 200 yards in the open division is no easy matter.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll welcome back the new voice of choice, Sonny Moreno, as we get set for the opening kickoff. It seems that Calexico won the toss, and they've elected to receive. They'll be defending the northern goal. Cibola will be kicking off with the wind at their back, and they'll be defending the southern goal. Their kicker is number 44, Isaac Rubio. And standing deep for Calexico, I believe, is Leonel Canchola. No, that's number 9 for Calexico.
Carlos Delgado.
Carlos Delgado.
Some good weather for some Friday night football, right?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
You know, that wet bulb globe issue that they enacted, the national CIF didn't take these desert communities into account.
And Delgado has it at the 15. Try to make some room. Going right to the right sideline. Delgado, they can't bring him down, and finally, eventually brought down at the 25.
He's tripped up by number 14 of the Raiders, and that is Chris Contreras, a senior. Offensively, the Raiders like to go with Javier Rodriguez, number 3, at quarterback. The Running backs are number 2, Darian Alvarez and Damian Sanchez, number 8. The wideouts are Elijah Gomez, Marcus Montague, and Daniel Saenz.
So here comes Israel Reese and company with Jose Fernandez now in the backfield in the shotgun. Lionel, the wingback, on the right hash.
Got some movement right here in the line.
Flag on it. It's going to be a false start on the Bulldogs, so they're going to go move back about 5 yards to the 20.
Defensively, Calexico likes to go with number 3, Leonel Canchola, along with Adam Garcia, number 7, Dominic Flores, number 7, Garcia's number 6, Fernando Gonzalez is 8, CJ Delgado, number 9, Ivan Ortiz, 13, Christian Valencia is 18, number 23 is Hansel Torres, 24 Hector Loera, and 50 is Castro, along with Damian Solis.
So now Reese and the Bulldogs are going to start 1st and 15, back up here on the 20-yard line. And here Fernandez will get the handoff to the right side. Fernandez, a good carry, runs over a man, and that's going to be to the 39.
Brought down by number 22, Christian Rodriguez, but not until Fernandez was able to get a first down.
After a 1st and 15, they ran a sweep, and good blocking by Joe Vega, number 60, the junior for Calexico, and number 57, Andre Sanchez, leading the way for that good gain of 15 yards.
Well, after this play, Ruben, as you said, the line has to really open up the holes.
Thank you.
So Reese and the Bulldogs have now reset of downs, 1st and 10 from the 39. And then Fernandez gets another carry. This one, the Cibola Raiders are all over that one. That's only for a gain of maybe 2 to the 41.
So, Ruben, the Calexico's intent is to pound some more.
That's it. They just ran the buck sweep twice. The first one they picked up 11 yards. The second time they got stopped because the defensive end did not get blocked on that kick out. It's just so important that those pulling guards get to their landmark, and they don't even have to drive the guy out. They just need to turn him around for 1 split second for the running back to slip on through. That's all it is.
That's all it is right there. That's the MO.
So I know the coaches are frustrated that he missed that half-second block there, man. You know,
Reese stays in the shotgun. It's 2nd and 8. This time he passes deep downfield, fires. He's got Birdie Castro caught at the 20, trips up at the 15.
And brought down by his shoelaces inside the 20-yard line, down to the 15. A beautiful pass thrown by the left-handed quarterback for Calexico, Israel Reese. So, Diego, what kind of pass pattern was that?
Oh, that was just a simple go route. You know, you shake the defender and you just go running. The ball will meet you there.
Yeah, Coach Booth set it up great. You know, he ran that buck sweep to the right. He ran the buck sweep to the left. He brought the whole defense up. Did you see there were 7 guys standing at the line of scrimmage?
Right.
So he faked the buck sweep, stepped back, and it was wide open down the sideline.
That's awesome. That's awesome play.
The Bulldogs now in business in the red zone. Fernandez gets the carry, and now inside the 10, brought out around the 5 to 4 yard line. And the Bulldogs are now knocking on the door on their opening drive.
That was number 5, Fernando Lopez, with the tackle, but not until they get inside, deep into Raider territory, at the 5-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd and short at the 5 for the Calexico Bulldogs.
Took about 5 plays to get there, right, to the goal line. They started right out the gates.
This is the 4th play of the game. This will be the 5th.
Well, you take them as you can get them, those big plays.
Reese stays in the shotgun. Fernandez in the backfield. Fernandez will get the carry, and he's going to be stuffed for a gain. Might be tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain here, and they'll bring up a 3rd and goal.
Number 51, Jaden Gonzalez, along with Gage Marks, number 71, plugging up that hole there inside the 5-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be a 2nd and short.
It gets tough to block down here at the goal line because everybody just piles up and you know you want to run a play, but it's and you have your responsibilities on your blocking scheme, but when it comes down to something like this, you just got to man it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Reese now under center. Fernandez gets the carry, and he sheds over a tackle. Touchdown, Calexico, as they fire away here 6-0 on their opening drive.
With 8:48 remaining here in the first quarter, Calexico draws first blood on a powerful run by Fernandez. Was it Fernandez or Lopez?
Yeah, Jose Fernandez.
Okay, number 32, Jose Fernandez, with his 3rd touchdown of the season. He came into tonight's ball game with 27 rushes for 262 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he just added to his offensive statistics.
Oh, yeah, he took those 3 carries in the goal line, all power running for Jose Fernandez, and he was able to get one in for the Bulldogs.
Good old Yandel Gomez got to meet Jose Fernandez in one of the nicest way off his backside there on that touchdown.
Yeah.
So handling the kicking duties is the quarterback, number 5, Israel Reese. Number 7, Dominic Flores with a hold.
Kick is up and
looked like it was blocked.
Oh, yeah.
So the Bulldogs will settle for 6 here as the PAT has been blocked. But great momentum here for the Bulldogs, scoring on their opening drive.
We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Welcome to Kennedy's Carne, the premier destination for top quality meats since 1959. Located in El Centro and Yuma, Arizona, we are home to over 30 awards and specialize in carne asada, perfected over generations. With 2 locations to serve you, visit Kennedy Carnes today. Every cut, a masterpiece of quality.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with 8:48 remaining here in the first quarter. Calexico jumps out to a quick 6-0 lead behind the running of Jose Fernandez as we get set for the kickoff. End over end to number 5.
Number 5 has the ball up to the 39. That's going to be Fernando Lopez, the junior.
Brought down by number 10, Juan Sasueta, a senior, 165-pounder. So defensively, Calexico will start out with Leonel Canchola, Adam Garcia, Dominic Flores, Fernando Gonzalez, CJ Delgado, Ivan Ortiz, Valencia, Torres, Loera, and Castro, and Solis. Sounds like a law firm. We'll give you their positions after this play.
So Xavier Rodriguez and the Raiders are going to start off in really good field position at their own 39. With 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's the snap. Handoff to number 8. He gets the carry up for a gain of maybe 4 to the 44.
Damian Sanchez, one of the leading running backs after their first game, able to get to the outside, picked up a couple of yards to cut the deficit in half. It'll be 2nd and a short 5.
Some good momentum running for the first drive of the game for the Cibola Raiders. Running hard was Damian Sanchez, number 8.
Right, and the ball's at the Cibola 44-yard line at the far hash mark, right directly in front of the Cibola bench.
So now Rodriguez is going to start under center in the I formation on the right hash. Rodriguez, hand off to Daniel Sainz. Daniel Sainz, hard hit here, brought down by, that's Leonel Canchola for maybe a gain of 1. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Leonel Canchola, one of the leading tacklers for the Calexico Bulldog defense, with 20 tackles on the season thus far after 3 games, and he adds to his total there as he quickly knifed in to bring Sainz down. So it'll be a 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. So, Ruben,
yes,
what kind of a game playing Cibola effect does it have on head coach Juan Solano, who's an alum of Cibola High School, and he played football there for them?
Coach Solano is a professional. He's here to win the ball game for the Bulldogs, and the whole plan is all about that.
Quick pass
he
to
does.
Sanchez. Up the middle, he's got a seam. Damian Sanchez, and eventually brought down. He's got the first and more across midfield to the 36. Swarmed in by the Calexico Bulldogs defense, and Dominic Flores saying he has the ball, but I believe he was already marked down.
So, Diego, how would you describe that pass route coming out of the backfield?
Oh, that was the first pass of the game for Cibola Raiders, so it was an easy check down. Follow your blocks, trust the receiver with the ball, and he made a big play out of it. Got a big chunk of yards.
Yeah, well, Calexico opened up in a Bear defense, and the Bear defense is designed to stop the run. They say that the way you pull a team out of the Bear defense is to pass.
Ah, okay.
You know, and it's usually the flat routes that open it up, and
Right.
that's exactly where they hit us.
Yeah.
And so Rodriguez will now hand off to, I believe that's Daniel Sainz again for maybe a gain of 4 or 5. So efficient running here from the Cibola Raiders.
See, what a difference in times. Back in the 60s, we'd either call it a 4-4, a 5-4, 6-3, etc. Now they have names: Bear, Wildcat, Cougar.
Well, it is a 50 defense. They have a nose guard. It's an odd defense.
Okay.
And it's called Bear because what they're doing is they're just simply bringing a linebacker and playing them back out right on the line of scrimmage. You know, Lionel Canchola, he does a great job of reading out of this defense. Right there, when he saw that DN get pushed out a little bit, he came in and filled that gap and ran right into the ball, or the ball carrier ran right into him.
So it's a second and about 6, Sonny.
Both halfbacks. This is number 10 with the carry flag on the play in the backfield. I think they're going to pull that back. That might be a holding call on Cibola.
That was number 10, Marcus Monaghy, a senior, carrying that ball as they like to rotate. Sanchez, Alvarez, Montague, along with Science that we've seen thus far. Quarterback is number 3, Javier Rodriguez, for the Cibola Raiders. So the penalty will be assessed against the Raiders. They'll move the ball back to the Bulldog 44-yard line.
So now it's going to bring up maybe a 2nd and 15 for the Raiders.
It looks like the starting offense for the Cibola Raiders are all seniors. They all have experience.
Yeah, it's like they got to win it now.
And so now Rodriguez is in the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set on the left hash mark with 5:22 to go here in the first quarter. Rodriguez going deep. He's got a man wide open. Overthrows him. That's number 10, Marquise Montague. Had nothing but green grass ahead of him. That could have been 6 here for their opening drive, but unfortunately was overthrown by Rodriguez. That brings up a 3rd and long.
Was that a blown defensive assignment?
Oh, absolutely a blown. They were in a cover 3. The cornerbacks need to play deep. And the cornerback bit on the bubble screen.
That was a mesh play. It was a fake wide receiver screen, and he threw over the top.
And he
the
threw
corner
over,
fell asleep.
exactly. Because I know they've scouted that screen because they did it several times against Rincon.
Oh, yeah, it was executed right there. They got caught off guard, so they'll probably bring that play up later in the game.
So with 5:14 remaining here in the first quarter, Calexico 6, Cibola on their first offensive series have moved the ball to the Bulldog 44-yard line.
Rodriguez now in the shotgun, and it's going to be a quick dump off screen to number 2. That's Darian Alvarez, and he picks up maybe about 10, but that's not going to be enough for the first down, so it'll be a 4th and 8. Let's see what the decision here by the Cibola Raiders to keep the offense out there or bring out the special teams unit.
So when they're in the green zone from the 40-yard line in, do you think they'll be punting or will they go for that 4th down?
You know what, Uncle Big? I think they're going to keep the offense out there. They're going to be aggressive here. It's 4th and 8. I think it's manageable. With the Bulldogs scoring on their opening drive, they might want to answer back here.
Well, I think they're definitely going to change that count up. I think they're going to go into a long count, try to pick up a free 5 yards here, and then take it from there.
Yeah. Well, Rodriguez now starts off in the shotgun on the right hash. 4 wide receiver set.
Double wide.
And they're going to go. Rodriguez looking, throwing over and he had number 4 intended the receiver is Elijah Gomez. But that's incomplete and turnover on downs here for the Bulldogs. They get the ball back. So nothing going here for the Cibola Raiders with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Excellent play by the linebacker, Ivan Ortiz, number 13, as he was on him, like as your dad would say, like a wetsuit, a cheap wetsuit.
Yeah, that whole defensive back did a great job. Nobody was open. Every single receiver was covered.
So a great defensive effort collectively by the Calexico Bulldogs. The Bulldog offense is now coming out in the field under the direction of number 5, the quarterback, Israel Rees.
So now the Bulldogs get the ball back here on their own 36 with Rees starting in the shotgun. And I believe that's Andre Lopez in the backfield next to him. And Lopez gets the carry. Lopez, good carry for a gain of 9. Power run here by Andre Lopez to the 45.
Lopez, who has 405 yards coming into tonight's ball game on 54 carries and 9 TDs, Diego, what did you see there? What did you like about that play?
Oh, that was just an inside zone run right up the gut to Joe, running on the side of Joe Vega, number 60, junior, and number 77, Ruben. And that was a good gain of about 9 yards, 8 yards. That's a good play to start for the drive.
Brings up a 2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs.
2nd and 1. Is this a passing down, or do you just try to keep getting those first downs on the run?
Just keep the ball on the ground here, just come back with the run and just get that first down. So let's secure it.
Fernandez now the wing back. Lopez another carry. No, it's play action. And Fernandez tips of his hand incomplete. So I believe the playbook gets wide open there with the 2nd and short, but now it brings up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that was an excellent call. If he would have caught that ball, he had a lot of green grass ahead of him. It would have picked up some considerable yardage. Calexico is now faced with a 3rd and short. The ball at the Bulldog 45-yard line. Sonny Moreno with the call.
Yeah, Calexico came out there with their own play-action bubble screen there.
Yeah, what if you take a look at it, that Cibola's working 8 or 9 guys in the box.
Right.
Which means that pass is wide open if that Calexico chooses to take it.
Oh, yeah.
So 3rd and 1, Reese in the shotgun. Fernandez motions. Quick handout to Lopez. He's going to get the first for a gain of maybe 3. So that would be a new set of downs here for the Bulldogs with 4:13 remaining here in the first quarter.
So we move those chains. And Diego, what do you see as far as what Calexico's developing here on their play calling, and what's the mindset of the offensive coordinator Torres along with head coach Solano?
I think he's keeping the ball on the ground here. He's setting up a play-action pass. Just like a few plays ago, he set up that play-action bubble screen. He wants the linebackers and everyone else to commit into the box. That way something can open up for the Bulldogs.
Sure. I mean,
they have nobody deep in the defensive backfield.
That's what I've been trying to say.
Reese, play action RPO, and
RPO.
intended for Ramirez, but tipped off his hands. That could have been another really big gain here for the Bulldogs, but right now it's 2nd and 10 on their own 44.
And it's surprising because Ramirez came into the game with 7 receptions for 101 total yards and 1 TD. You would have thought that he would have had glue in his hands and been able to take that.
Absolutely.
But it's early in the season, early in the game, 3:40 remaining in the first quarter. Calexico 6, Cibola 0.
Vic, we're in game 4. He should have caught that ball.
Oh, yeah, give credit to the Cibola Raiders, number 51, Jaden Gonzalez, came in there and blew that play up.
Reese still in the shotgun. And it's going to be a handoff to Lopez. He's got blockers. Lopez up the seam. Lopez with a good run. They need 4 guys to bring him down. Eventually brought down at the 36 across midfield onto Raider territory.
Number 5, Fernando Lopez, the free safety, was hanging on for his life on the jersey of Lopez as he dragged him for about 10 yards. Anyway, a powerful running back, that Lopez, and he's adding to his season total as Fernando Solano likes what he sees thus far as they now into Raider territory, the ball at the 37 of Cibola.
That was a key tackle for Fernando Lopez. You were mentioning that he's the safety. He's the last man back there to stop that play.
He's the save our butt guy, huh?
Yeah.
So what kind of defense is Cibola in, Coach?
Well, Cibola's still working that odd defense, except they're playing all these guys up on the line of scrimmage so that once we get into that second level, we're going to pick up at least 10 yards, just like right now.
And so Reese on the keeper for a gain of 8. Take it to the Cibola sideline at looking like the 29 of the Raiders. And so the Bulldogs here on back-to-back drives looking really efficient on offense.
He was bumped out of bounds by number 6 of Cibola. That was Daniel Science, who goes both ways here for the Raiders. But did he pick up a first down? No.
Oh, he's a little short.
It's
That was right
like
after a read option play.
2nd and 3.
Saw the defensive end coming in, and he just kept it, and he had to take it for himself.
So it'll be 2nd and about 2. The ball at the 30-yard line of Cibola. Bulldogs on the move.
2nd and 2. Fernandez the wingback. This time Lopez gets the carry. Lopez running outside, and he's hit hard. Ball is loose. That ball's live, and it looks like it's recovered by the Bulldogs. I think. No, the
Cibola.
Raiders got it. Number 5. That's Fernando Lopez, the safety, who recovers for the Bulldogs, and very rare mistake here by Andre Lopez, letting go of that ball, and now it's Raider ball going that way.
It looked like it might have been punched from behind, but nevertheless, a smart play by the Raider defense. They stopped the Calexico drive that had a lot of momentum, and they'll take over at their own 28-yard line. Coach, comments?
Well, Calexico's got to be careful because they've been moving the ball, and if they can't drive the nail in, then it'll come back to haunt you later on in the game. You know,
you can't give them any life.
Can't give them any life. Those fumbles will kill.
So the Raiders get a big
momentum.
break there with Xavier Rodriguez now under center on their own 29. Handoff to number 10. That's Marquise Montague with a good carry for a first and more up to the 45, almost to midfield, and a good 15, 20-yard gain there from Marquise Montague.
Defensively, left to right, the Bulldogs like to go with number 24, Hector Flores at defensive end. 66, Damian Solis is the tackle. Luis Castro, number 50, is the other interior lineman. And the outside defensive end, Chris Valencia, number 18. The linebackers are Canchola, Ortiz, and Torres. The corners are Adam Garcia and Fernando Gonzalez. The safeties are Carlos C.J. Delgado and Dominic Flores.
So with under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, the Raiders are now right by midfield on their own 46. Two running backs in the backfield. That's tackled and he's met. That's number 3, Leonel Conchola. Everywhere, just shoots like a missile, and that's a loss of 5 for the Raiders.
So Canchola, coming from his strong side linebacking position, is able to make that stop as he knifed through the offensive line of Cibola. Go ahead.
He came in like a missile for the defense because after that big run that Cibola had, that would have created much more momentum for them. So that was a big play for Leonel.
And the Bulldogs, so it'll be 2nd and 15.
So 2nd and 15, the Raiders come out in trips left on the right hash. The Bulldogs in nickel. Rodriguez in the shotgun, looking to pass. It's going to be a screen pass to number 6. That's Daniel Sainz. Daniel Sainz, and he's tackled for maybe a gain of 1. Nothing going there for the Raiders, but there's a flag on the play.
Well, number 3, Leonel Canchola, breaking that play up, and they threw the flag on the offensive player that was holding on to Canchola to try to keep him from making that tackle. But a disruptive force there on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you know, Leonel Canchola has probably been playing football since before he was born. You know, his dad's been coaching his whole life and has been coaching him his whole life. You know, Leonel is a great kid, good grades, good attitude, and a great football player.
Well, his first clothing might have been a helmet, and his first toy might have been a stuffed football.
Or a real football.
So Bulldogs look to decline the penalty and now brings up a 3rd and long.
And the baby shoes were probably cleats.
Rodriguez in shotgun. Spread. He's got time. Now no time. It's a screen pass. That's number 11. That's going to be Deegan Gonzalez, a tight end screen pass that goes for only a couple of 4, but that's not going to be enough for the first down. I believe the punting unit is going to come out to the field.
That was a great job by Ivan Ortiz, man, because usually when they run those screens like that, they drop off deep.
Right.
But Ivan picked it up right away, stuck to his read, and followed him all the way into the tackle. What do you get, about 5 yards?
Oh, he got about a good 5 yards. You know, it was a 3rd and long, so they were probably playing conservative. Just throw it down to the tight end screen.
And you were talking about being in a cover 3. One of the concepts is they don't get behind you.
You don't get beat deep.
So you're backpedaling.
Yes.
And so the punting unit now will come on for the Raiders as we are ticking away to the end of the first quarter. Snapped, and it's a punt end-to-end. Lands around the 35 and kicked out of bounds on the 25.
We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Calexico Wellness Center. Your well-being is our top priority. We're a non-profit clinic bringing you trusted health care. Call us at 760-270-9126. By La Fonda, craving authentic Mexican food, head to La Fonda Mexican Bar and Grill in El Centro. From sizzling fajitas to our famous enchiladas. La Fonda, where flavor meets family. By Arctic Air Conditioning, beat the heat with our top-of-the-line York air conditioning systems at Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating. Stay cool and comfortable all summer long. Call Arctic Air today for a free consultation, 352-8855. By Esqued Realty. Thinking of selling or buying property? Trust the experts at Esqued Realty with unmatched local knowledge and offering professional and friendly service for 30 years. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. By Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering from concept to creation. We bring your vision to life with precision and passion. Trust Sanders to build a future today. And wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. By El Centro Motors. Looking for unbeatable deals? Head to El Centro Motors and get the savings on your favorite new and used cars. Don't miss out at El Centro Motors. By Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right, on time, every time. Call Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Precision in every spark.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're playing cards and if you have a full house, you know you've got a great hand, as we have Sonny Moreno doing the play-by-play. He's assisted by Diego Moreno, Ruben Castro, and yours truly, Vic Carrillo, here as we start the second quarter. Calexico 6, Cibola 0.
And Lopez on the sweep play is going to get a loss of 4, tackled in the backfield. So Andre Lopez on the last drive had that fumble loss for the Bulldogs, so that lost momentum for them. But they're back onto the field on their own 25-yard line.
The Bulldogs like to rely on seasoned and veteran center Chris Nunez, number 72. The guards are Vega and Farias. The tackles are Aladame and Sanchez. So if the running game's gonna come out, it has to come out with these guys, these senior leaders, opening up the holes, Ruben.
And so now Reese still in the shotgun. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. Lopez in the backfield. And a play action, deep dump off to Leonel Canchola. Had green grass all ahead of them. That could have been a house call, but unfortunately just right off the fingertips of Canchola.
Right off the fingertips, and you were right, Ruben. They got to catch that football.
Yes, sir. I mean, it was the perfect call. A good call by the coaches. You know, it's well set up. They ran that little buck sweep action. And
you know, if you can extend an arm's length above you to your sides or bend your knees, and you should be able to catch the ball.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes the wide open pass is the hard pass. You got to make sure it's on there.
So it'll be 2nd and long.
Was there a penalty down there?
Yes.
It'll be 2nd and longer as the Calexico offense is being marched back deep into their own territory. The ball will be at their 12-yard line.
So now we're looking at a 2nd and forever here for the Bulldogs as we have 11 minutes going on here in the second quarter.
See if they have an 88-yard play.
Well, they
just
gave Calexico an extra play.
And so Reese rolling left. It's a quick hitter to Joshua Ramirez, but overthrown, incomplete again, and now that brings up a 3rd and forever for the Bulldogs as the hole gets deeper.
Well, there was that old saying, Ruben and Diego, you got to dance with who brung you.
That's it. That's it.
So
Yeah.
you got to look at Fernandez and Lopez. Give them the ball and get out of the way.
So what do you dial up here? Screen?
Yeah, you know what? I think just a screen, maybe a handoff just to get some more breathing room out of your own end zone and hopefully set up for a good punt.
Maybe they could attack the seams here like they did that previous play on 2nd down.
So the Bulldogs on the right hash.
Well, there's no safety for Cibola.
Reese drop all the way back. Quick
Screen.
dump off to Andre
Stop
Lopez.
blocker.
Andre Lopez got a convoy. Lopez tries to get some of those yardage back. Tackled, brought down at the 28. Looking for a face mask call.
No, he's looking at number 77, his teammate. Why didn't you block? He was like Uncle Ruben used to say, they should have charged him admission. He was like a spectator.
Yeah, but nonetheless, the punting team now comes out here for a 4th and 10.
3rd and long, maybe that was probably the best play. You know, get some yards and, you know, make it easier for your punter to.
Yeah, you know, as a defensive coordinator, when I would call defenses, 3rd and long was always screen or draw, screen or draw.
2 good plays you can't go wrong with.
So Antoine Farias will be the punter, standing at his own 15-yard line. Nunez with a snap.
And a short punt here for Antoine. This is going to roll on to and down at the 46.
He just got
47.
that off.
So down by number 18, Christian Valencia.
Punter just got that off. He kind of fumbled it a little bit and kicked it as it slipped out of his hands.
So with 10:01 remaining here in the second quarter, Cibola will have excellent field position at the Cibola 47-yard line. The ball on the near hash mark in front of the Bulldog bench. They're southbound. The Bulldogs defending the southern goal here at beautiful Willis Ward Field. The first home game, the home opener for the Calexico Bulldogs, the fourth game of the season.
And it's going to be a timeout here by the Raiders.
We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
So welcome back, everybody. 10:01 remaining here in the second quarter. Calexico 6, Cibola 0. Sonny Moreno with the call.
So the Raiders come out here in good field position on their own 47. Looking for their first score here in the game.
Double wide formation.
Rodriguez will drop back to pass, going deep, left side. He's got a man wide open. That's Daniel Sainz, caught at the left side. Brought down eventually at the 10-yard line. Big play here for the Raiders. That's a 50-yard gain from Rodriguez to Sainz, and now they are knocking on the door.
Dominic Flores, number 7, making the tackle, assisted by Leonel Canchola.
Yeah.
Xavier Rodriguez.
That's another blown, in my opinion, that's a blown coverage by the cornerback. They're in cover 3. He needs to cover deep. Let the outside backer cover that screen.
Okay, Diego.
That was a fake wide receiver screen, and you know the corner fell asleep on it. He bit on it hard, and Rodriguez threw a good ball down the seam.
You know, in their first game, if they were being scouted by Calexico, they were pound and ground. They were running the ball every play, but now they're coming out and throwing the ball.
And Rodriguez on the keeper, chipped up here for maybe a gain of 2. That's going to bring a second and goal.
Number 13 for Calexico, Ivan Ortiz, making the tackle.
You know, Vic, it's like I told you, Calexico cannot become complacent. It's only a 6-point lead. And for some reason, they're blowing some of their responsibilities here. They need to get back on there.
A 6-0 lead with 8 minutes to go. There's a lot of time for Cibola to answer back here.
So some of the keys for Calexico coming into tonight's game would be like discipline, consistency, focus,
and tackle.
All right.
Tackle, yeah.
So Cibola will line up here mid-hash, second and goal. Rodriguez in the shotgun. Rodriguez will hand it off to number 8 and brought down for maybe a gain of 4 inside the 5-yard line. Number 8, that is Damian Sanchez, and now brings up a third and goal.
Trying to run against the heart of the defense with Hector Flores, number 24, Damian Solis, the inside tackle, along with Luis Castro, the other inside tackle, and Chris Valencia, limiting the yardage gained by Cibola. So it'll be third and goal.
With third down and goal, I mean, Cibola could get creative here. They could do a play action, probably hit the flats, or probably give it up the gut with number 6.
They're only 2 yards out. Now they're in their I formation.
As Rodriguez lines up under center.
Like
Signs in the backfield. Fullback gets the carry, and the Bulldogs are swarmed all over it. Cibola says
it's a touchdown.
And it's a Raider touchdown. Cibola answers back here. Now tied up at 6 with a PAT pending.
Was it number 8 or number 2?
Number 2, Darren Alvarez.
Cibola line did a great job of getting behind that running back and pushing him in that extra inch he needed.
Power football, yeah. They got in that I formation. They knew they were going to go up the gut, and Calexico met them there, but, they'll have to get them next time.
And so Isaac Rubio will line up to kick the PAT. Signs the holder. The kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders now lead the Bulldogs 7-6 with 7:30 to go here in the second quarter.
We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
You know what, Doc? Ever since I came back from my music tour, I've been feeling great.
Well, everything looks great. Your blood pressure's normal, your cholesterol's in check. Just need to check your lungs and we'll be done.
Oh, no need for that, Doc. Let me show you what I got.
Charles, I don't think...
So, what do you think, Doc? Still got the golden lungs, right?
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Willis Ward Field. 7:34 remaining here in the first half. Cibola just scored off a run of Damian Alvarez from the 2-yard line, and the extra point was successful, and so they lead 7-6 as Calexico awaits the kickoff. Calexico will be northbound here in the second quarter at Willis Ward Field. Now forced in a situation of playing catch-up.
Oh, yeah, playing catch-up. I mean, you got to give credit to the Calexico offense. They're staying aggressive. They're just bad execution from the receivers. They have to catch the ball.
Catch the ball. Tell it like it is, but be positive. Anyway, the second thing is Calexico doesn't deviate from their game plan, right?
No, they don't.
It's too early in the ball game.
They stick to it. What's really frustrating, though, is that you're dominating the whole game, blow one play, and you find yourself behind.
Well, that's why they play the 4 quarters. So here we are with 7:34 remaining. Calexico will take over at their own 34-yard line.
35. The ball was kicked out of bounds.
Oh, at the 35. Oh, okay.
Penalty.
It's a good starting position for the Bulldogs right here. Get a quick answer back from that touchdown from the Cibola Raiders.
Yes, sir, Diego. So now Reese and company will come out here and start off really good field position on their own 35. And off to Lopez. Lopez has got a combo. Lopez up the seam. Lopez with a good carry across midfield onto the 42. And so a big run out the gut here for the Bulldogs as they are across midfield for a 20-yard gain by Andre Lopez.
So to pick up 23 yards, to be exact, and with 7:23 with the clock ticking, Calexico crossing midfield for the second time in the ball game, and the ball's at the 42-yard line of Cibola. An outstanding run by Lopez, who comes into the ball game with 405 yards rushing on 54 carries.
And so after a big 23-yard gain from Lopez, he stays on the field. He'll get another carry. Oh, misdirection. That's his Jose Fernandez, but nothing going there. Nothing fooling the Cibola Raiders as he's tackling the backfield for maybe a loss of 5.
That was number 8, Damian Sanchez, in to make the stop along with number 6, Daniel Syons.
I think that was a great call, except that the Cibola defender ran into him by accident. And by running into him by accident, gave the linebackers time to come up and recover.
So it'll be second and...
looking at about a 2nd and 15 here.
2nd and 15.
On the Raider 48. 2nd and 16 on the Raider 48.
Double wide.
Fernandez the wing back. Lopez in the backfield. Reese in the shotgun. He'll get the snap and
got some movement here at the line.
It's going to be a false start on the Bulldogs, so now to bring up a 2nd and forever
so
as they go on their own territory.
Calexico thus far looking like the first game of the season where you're making some of these mental mistakes, drop passes, going off sides, etc.
Well, their first play on offense was offsides. It's...
They just need to settle right here, like they play 2nd and long. They'll probably, do a pass play, get someone in the flat, let them run, get it close to the first down, and play for 3rd down.
Well, they have some good receivers in Ramirez, Valdez, and
Ramirez
Castro.
with the sweep, and tries to fight off a tackle, but then swarmed in by the Raiders, as that's another loss of maybe 5. And now that brings up a 3rd and even longer for the Bulldogs.
That was number 5, Fernando Lopez, making the stop.
Making the stop on Joshua Ramirez, number 4. So 5 will always beat 4.
So 3rd and forever.
So after starting on the Raiders' 42, they are now brought back into their own territories as now the Bulldogs start on their own 44. And we're looking at a 3rd and long here with about 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Bulldogs trail here 6-7 to the Cibola Raiders. And we got a timeout here from the Bulldogs.
We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Welcome to the Dom Team Real Estate Company, your partners in navigating the Imperial Valley's real estate market. As the Valley has transformed, so have we, honing our expertise to ensure your real estate needs are met with unparalleled insight and dedication. Doug Dom is the broker and a 4th-generation Imperial Valley native. His 3 decades of farming experience and hard-working approach guarantee results in the purchasing and selling of agricultural land and commercial properties. Andrew Dom is one of our trusted realtors. His expertise in the sale of farmland and residential properties has earned the respect of his peers in the realtor community. Behind every smooth transaction is Marisa Kelly. With nearly 3 decades in the Valley and a background in title insurance, she ensures every detail is meticulously managed. Whether residential, commercial, or agricultural, we know the market. Contact the Dom Team Real Estate Company today.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Bulldogs start for 3rd and forever in the second quarter. 5 minutes remaining here as they trail the Cibola Raiders 7-6 on their own 44-yard line, racing the shotgun, drawbacks the pass, and the blitz comes. Screen pass to Fernandez. Fernandez tries to make one-man miss, and he's tackled around midfield, and that's not going to be enough for the first, as we might see the punting unit come on here for the Bulldogs.
That was number 8, Damian Sanchez, making that tackle. He wasn't fooled on that play. So one running back to another. Touche.
Touche.
That was a screen up the middle, wasn't it?
That was a middle screen.
So Antoine Farias will be punting. Standing inside his 20-yard line. Make it the 15.
And here's the punt, and this is blocked. This is blocked here by the Raiders, and this is recovered at their own 46. So good special teams play here by the Cibola Raiders.
The momentum's still on the side of the Raiders with the touchdown right now, a block punt. Seems like everything's going right for them.
Remember I talked about driving in the nail early?
Oh, yeah.
You got to do it. You can't let them think that they have an opportunity to come back on you, because they will.
And that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, that the momentum switched. We got 4 minutes left here. Let's see what the offense could do right now for Rodriguez and company.
So
they're coming out in that I formation.
Raiders firing on all cylinders on all 3 parts of football, as Rodriguez will start under center. And a reverse here to Darian Alvarez. Alvarez, he's got a lot of room. Alvarez across to the 20, brought down finally at the 18.
See, that was a fake dive and the B gap on the left side, and then number 1 coming around the corner, Yandel Gomez, and he got a big gain, about maybe 20, 25 yards. Caught the Bulldogs sleeping on the outside.
Well, you know what? Calexico defense is over pursuing. They're just flying to the ball, and they're not sticking to their responsibilities.
Right.
There should have been somebody backdoor on that, and he was nowhere to be found. And if I was seeing this several series ago, I'm sure that Cibola coaches are seeing it too.
And so Rodriguez now back in the shotgun with 3:30 to go here in the second quarter. Rodriguez hands off to number 10. That is Marquise Montague. Marquise Montague trying to find some room outside for maybe a gain. Brought down for a gain of 6 here inside the 10 on the 9-yard line of the Bulldogs. And now they're knocking on the door here trying to extend their lead.
He's too strong of a runner to try to arm tackle.
Exactly.
You have to wrap him up.
Oh, yeah, there's a series of Bulldogs out there trying to tackle him.
Well, you need to run through your tackles, not just wrap up, but you need to, once you're there, you need to run through and keep the momentum going in the opposite direction.
He was nearly stopped at the backfield, but that good awareness by Marquise Montague, he was able to evade it, and he got to the outside.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see the quarterback keep it on this one, because if on that last play, just as he handed off, the backside defensive end flew across the line.
Oh, okay.
So it's a second and short at the Bulldog 9-yard line. Bulldogs defending the southern goal.
So right now, misdirection seems to be Cibola's weapon.
Oh, yeah, the misdirection is getting the Bulldogs as they are there for the tackle, but they're not there to wrap up. That's the...
Well, that you use the defenses of aggressiveness against them.
True. Just got to stick to your assignments and stay disciplined.
You got to stick to your assignment. That's it. Everybody has an assignment to execute.
Right.
And you need to stick to your assignment, because if you try to jump into somebody else's assignment, you're bailing out on yours, and only bad things happen after that.
Oh, yeah, couldn't have said any better, especially here in the red zone.
Yeah.
Where that is very crucial.
And so here come the Cibola Raiders with 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter, as they're on their Bulldogs 9-yard line. Rodriguez the handoff to number 2. That's Darian Alvarez, and he's stuffed the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs swarm all over him for a gain of nothing.
Well, all they needed was a first down, so they're about a yard short right now.
Yep.
Or did they get it?
They are 3rd and inches.
The clock is running. We're down to the 2:45 mark.
First and goal. They were able to get it.
And now it's a first and goal here for the Raiders.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. Raiders going left to right on your screen. Bulldogs defending the southern goal.
So Rodriguez now in the shotgun.
Double wide.
Montague in the slot. And a quick pop pass to Montague. Oh, and he's dropped it for an incomplete. And surprisingly, no flag on the late hit there from the Bulldogs, but nonetheless, it's second and goal here for the Raiders.
Well, it was his momentum.
It was his momentum.
It wasn't an intentional.
Yeah.
And so it looks like Cibola also has a case of the drops. Okay. It's getting infectious.
Marquise got so happy that there was a lot of separation between him and the corner that he didn't look the ball all the way in, and
exactly.
that's crucial.
You know what he saw? He saw that linebacker fall down, so he saw nothing but green.
Oh, yeah.
And probably scored the touchdown before he caught the ball, you know.
So Signs now in the backfield. This is I formation with Rodriguez under center. It's second and goal. From the 8, Signs gets the carry, runs to the left, tries to find some room outside, but nothing going there for maybe a gain of 1 to 2 yards as the Bulldogs stop him there. Now it's third and goal.
That was Leonel Canchola tripping him up, and then it was Adam Garcia along with Carlos C.J. Delgado, number 5, coming in to assist on the tackle. A very heads-up play, very team-oriented defense, and another time called. We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
Not sure what you want to do after high school? The dual enrollment program at Imperial Valley College is here to help.
Our goal is to make sure that every single student in the county has the opportunity, 1, to graduate from high school, and 2, earn some college units, some college credits before they graduate from high school.
Dual enrollment helped me out to finish faster towards my career and life. You get a little taste of that college experience of what to expect.
So even if you don't know what you want to do as a career, by taking college courses that are general education, you're able to explore. Maybe you find a love, an interest, and a passion for business or psychology or history.
It starts with our high school students. If they get the chance to see college, experience college at an early age, research says they're more likely to 1, attend college, and 2, graduate from college. And that's what we want.
Start exploring your future today with dual enrollment at Imperial Valley College. Apply for dual enrollment to find your passion today by talking to your high school counselor or visit www.imperial.edu/dual enrollment.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Willis Ward Field. Calexico down by 1 point with 1 minute 57 seconds remaining. The Cibola Raiders are inside the 5-yard line.
Got that formation here.
And a handoff to Signs, tries to make something happen, but tackled at the 1. He's just short of the goal line.
That was Fernando Gonzalez, a senior.
Excuse me, number 8, Fernando Gonzalez. Nonetheless, look back there. It's going to be a 4th and goal for the Raiders. So decisions to make here for the offense.
Big tackle for number 8, Fernando Gonzalez. Looked like that running back had some daylight to get that corner, but he came in there and met him at the mesh point and brought him back.
So as the clock ticks under 90 seconds here, the Raiders are going to elect to go for this 4th and goal to extend their lead.
So
About
2 yards to get.
So do you give the ball to Sanchez or Alvarez or Sainz?
Well, you got 3 running backs in the backfield, Vic. Let's see which one they give it to. It's Sainz, and he tries to punch it in, and it
looks like
Bulldogs saying no.
He's short.
And he is short. A good defensive stop here for the Bulldogs as they stop the momentum of the Raiders from punching it in, extending their lead. And now they get the ball back here on their own 1-yard line with a minute to go here in the second quarter.
And that was number 6, Adam Garcia, at the bottom of the pile that was in there to make that contact to nullify that touchdown. So the Calexico Bulldogs with a 1st and 99 to go. Do you have a 99-yard play in your bag of tricks?
Coach Butorres has one in his pocket. You watch.
So you don't want to be tackled in the end zone. What kind of a play would you design to get you some yardage?
Maybe right now he's under center, something we rarely see from Calexico. So we know they're going to run right down the middle. Just try to get out of that area.
Raiders stack in the box. Lopez and a flag on the play.
Somebody lined up off sides, I guarantee you, off that defense because it came off the side judge.
Well, the quarterback was tackled immediately back in the end zone, even though it won't count.
And it is an encroachment on the defense, so the Bulldogs will get some breathing room here as they move 5 yards for a 1st and 5 with a minute and 3 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
See, without having to run a play, the Bulldogs even got out of that situation.
So with a minute 3, the ball inside the 10-yard line of Calexico.
It'd be nice to have some breakaway speed right now. Because I'll tell you what, Calexico should have another 2-3 touchdowns if we had breakaway speed, because Andre Lopez has been in that secondary several times, and so has Jose Fernandez.
And what kind of defense is Cibola in right now?
It looks like a goal line defense to me, the way they have everybody stacked on the line of scrimmage.
And so Andre Lopez will get a gain of about 7 here. He gets the first down. Now clock ticks under a minute, and I believe
the chains are moving right there. Good hard running by Andre Lopez. That calms the nerves of the quarterback, getting out of that situation they were in. So now he could go out there and execute some plays.
So would you do a play action and then go for the bomb again?
You know what? I think I haven't seen anything to set it up right now because we're just trying to get out of there.
Like you're playing in the backyard or out on the street. But run to the parked car and button hook.
But on the 1st and 10 here, I believe Coach Torres might just show that buck sweep, pick up a few yards, and then come back and run the buck pass. The buck pass is where you fake the buck sweep, everybody stops and then goes. And it's where we scored that first touchdown. Was that a long pass that we scored that first touchdown on?
Oh yeah, because they did that play on the 40-yard line in the midfield, and they just attacked the outside corner. So maybe if they get to that spot, they could run that play.
We'd like to welcome everybody back with Sonny Moreno doing the play-by-play. The color commentary is handled by Diego Moreno along with Ruben Castro. This is Vic Carrillo balancing the offensive attack here in the press box as we try to give everybody their due.
Calexico has their series of RPOs that they could use, because Cibola's here to stop the run. So
they are.
Well, why not use an RPO right about now,
So for the untrained ear, what's an RPO?
Run pass option. That's where you get to fake a run and read what the linebackers are doing. If they come to stop the run, then you come up.
And this time Lopez gets a good carry. Good chunk of yards here. Fights for extra yards. And does not go out of bounds, so the clock keeps ticking.
Well, does Calexico have any timeouts left?
They get a little bit of time while the ball gets set, but the clock is ticking again now.
35 seconds. Reese under center, and he'll
take a knee.
Take a knee.
He's got it.
I'm not sure why he didn't take a spike here.
Well, it's inexperience, Coach. It's inexperience there. If he had a little more experience, he would have known to spike instead of take a knee. Take a knee is like a run.
Oh, right, yeah.
So but he'll learn from this.
Too much television.
And clock is running, and I guess
under 10 seconds.
As they would say on 3rd Street, mucha crema en los tacos.
And
mucha crema en los tacos, yeah.
Reese
could be the
is
last
just going to
play.
hand off to Lopez, and Lopez tackled for a gain of maybe 1. But that's going to do it here for the first half as the Bulldogs trail 7-6 of the Cibola Raiders here at Ward Field.
We'll be back with more in a minute on Bulldog Radio.
At Pioneer Memorial Hospital, we've been caring for our community for decades.
And at our Central Regional, we're committed to bringing specialized care closer to home.
Together, we're building a stronger healthcare network for every family in Imperial Valley.
Because when it comes to your health, we are all on the same team.
Imperial Valley Healthcare District,
one team, healthier tomorrow.
Just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kinda just makes your day.
Buenas noticias para el Valle Imperial. Dos hospitales con gran historia se están uniendo. El Central Regional Medical Center y Pioneers Memorial Hospital ahora forman parte del nuevo Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Esto significa que tú y tu familia ya cuentan con un sistema de salud más fuerte, con más servicios y mejor atención médica. Unidos construimos un futuro más saludable, accesible y humano. Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Juntos somos más fuertes.
Este verano yo estoy ahorrando, ¿y usted? A pesar del calor del verano, no hay mejor momento para ahorrar energía y dinero mientras se mantiene fresco. IID ofrece programas para ayudarle a ahorrar, incluyendo al menos $1,500 en medidas de eficiencia energética, reembolsos en electrodomésticos eficientes, $50 por reciclar su refrigerador viejo, un refrigerador nuevo para clientes que califiquen y más. En casa, ahorre ajustando su termostato 78 grados o más y utilice ventiladores. Para más información, visite el sitio web de IID.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Willis Ward Field as the Calexico Bulldogs go in after 2 quarters of play, down by 1 point, 7-6. They drew first blood and scored, but the place kick went wide left, and as a result, the Raiders were able to march down the field after a Bulldog turnover and punch it in behind the running of Daniel Saenz. Getting the first score for Calexico was standout running back Jose Fernandez, and so we should have a barn burner in the remaining 2 quarters of play. Tonight we have a special guest, the new athletic director for the Calexico Bulldogs, Oscar Rosas, here, and he's going to give us some insight of what's taking place during the fall season here at Calexico High School, and also to tell us a little bit about himself. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
So, go ahead,
Really, we're looking forward to all the events going on for our sports. Right, I'm trying to develop this platform so that really push them forward, so they can expand their skills on and off the field. And I think we're doing a good job with that. Specifically, a great event that we're doing is flag football, sending it out to a UCLA event tomorrow. So things like that, we'll definitely look forward to any opportunity we can for these athletes. We're definitely pushing them out there, and that's what we expect out of our team.
Well, you know, the girls' flag football team, they had several members of that team play on national television on ESPN during the summer with the Bad Rabbits.
Right.
We saw them on TV. They played into the championship game. They were combined with a couple of girls from Vincent and some others from around the valley. But it was a great experience for them to provide that, get that leadership to come back to their respective high schools. What other sports are being played in the fall for both the girls and the boys?
Well, obviously, like we got right here, we got our Bulldogs here for football, and boys doing a great job. We know they got the capacity to make this comeback, and they start off to a great start, so we know this should be a good game closing out here. Other than that, we have our cross-country teams. I've been traveling a lot to San Diego events out there, and definitely getting ready for the IBO finals and whatnot. And other than that, we have our girls tennis. Our coach is doing a great job. He's been working out there for a great time, so I know he's getting them prepared as well. And then our volleyball girls, matter of fact, are out in a tournament right now in La Jolla. And we got great things coming up for them as well.
Well, Calexico's been known for having outstanding teams in all sports, great coaches, and good administration. And you look like you're cut from the same cloth, ready to provide that leadership. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get to this point?
Well, I'm in Prairie Valley born, right? I've been here all my life. At some point, I started off at IVC, and then I made my way to San Diego State. Up in San Diego, got my kinesiology bachelor's there, and that's really where it started off for me. Opportunities there to work with students, with children, and combining sports. I'm one who really loves to play sports. It doesn't really matter how good I am, just the fact of being out there, and that's what I really want to bring together in regards to the students in the sports and develop those opportunities, because it develops life skills that you just can't get anywhere else.
So, this is the first home game at Calexico. They usually draw big crowds, to play. Cibola didn't travel very well. I mean, there's a lot of space to sit, but what do you see in the next couple of weeks for your home games, and what kind of activities do you have planned to get people to come out besides a winning record?
Right. So we're definitely working on in regards to big and drawing a big crowd and doing what we can to definitely uplift our teams, our boosters, our clubs, definitely bring the entire squad together. And I am confident that we can do that. We got a great squad here. Everybody's always really to lend that a hand and make sure that we really develop what we really want to do in regards to the Bulldog standard. And that's what we're aiming towards.
So how do you balance the time and access to the football field? You have boys varsity, boys JV. I'm not sure if there's a freshman team, but then you have girls flag football. And then I think Vincent Memorial may request to use the field as well. So it's in constant use.
Great. And then, you know, two of the things that I've definitely been relying on since I've been here is the relations and the communication. Right, got to develop good relations with all my staff and even those ADs and coaches from other schools, as you had said, to make sure we can definitely collaborate and develop that platform, you know, for all. Really, it's about the community and the people, and we know we get that support, so we want to make sure we pay that back. And then the communication, right? Everybody's got to be on the same page, and we've been doing a great job about that, so I'm really proud, really happy to be here, and I know this team's really backing me up.
Well, you know, you have an outstanding resource or resources to pick from in the other Valley Athletic Directors. Billy Brewer in Brawley, Ruben Valenzuela at Southwest, Victor Cruz at Imperial High School, John Moreno, your principal, was a former athletic director, and pick their brains. But everybody's here to help out. Any closing commentary?
No, 100%. You know, on that note, I definitely want to give thanks to my principal, Mr. Moreno, my assistant principal, who's also my great fearless leader right there, Mr. Velez, and then we definitely have all the ADs, Billy Brewer, right, Valenzuela. We got Victor out there in Imperial. All these guys definitely help out in the event that I need to call them, and I definitely do call them. You know, I am bugging there, making sure I'm learning the best I can at the rate that I need to. And so thanks to all those for helping me out and supporting me as I continue forward.
Well, congratulations on your selection to be the athletic director. We wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you.
And VSN is always there to support and help out.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oscar Rosas, the athletic director for Calexico High School. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation. Winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
DP-DAC quiere recordarle a todos que se mantengan activos, jueguen seguros y que sean cool este verano. Si no tienes acceso a una alberca, hay muchas maneras de refrescarte sin acercarte a los canales. Para estar seguro, recuerda las reglas de DP-DAC. Nunca nades en un canal, nunca juegues cerca de un canal y nunca te metas a un canal. Si ves a alguien caer en un canal, busca ayuda o llama al 911. Mantente alejado y seguirás vivo.
Breaking news. El Centro Motors is happy to announce the summer sales event and the return of 0%. Yes, you heard that right. 0%. Come and save money with these exciting offers. 0 down payment, 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, receive 2 years, 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy at El Centro Motors.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Willis Ward Field after 2 quarters of play. Calexico 6, the visiting Cibola Raiders 7. As we're back here in action, Calexico comes into the game with a 3-0 one-loss record. Cibola winning their first game of the season last week at Rincon Valley outside of the greater Phoenix area. But tonight we also welcome back in the second half another color analyst, Carlos Fernando Moreno. Welcome.
Thank you, Vic. I appreciate it. It's a great opportunity to be here with some legends today with my uncle Victor Carrillo, my uncle John Moreno, and my old defensive coach Ruben Castro. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the opening kickoff with start the second half.
Marcus Montague. Sounds like a Shakespearean actor.
That's
the Montagues and the Capulets.
That's
There's
it.
Romeo and Juliet. And he takes it all the way up to the 37-yard line where the Cibola Raiders, who are 1 point above the Bulldogs as we start the second half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 37.
So, Carlos, tell us what you saw in the first 2 quarters of play that resulted in a touchdown for each team, but Cibola was successful with their extra point attempt.
What I saw in the first half, 2 teams grinding it out on the ground. Battling the trenches, establishing the run game. The Calexico High School was able to score on their first opening drive with Jose Fernandez, and the Cibola was able to answer back on that second drive coming out in the first half. Keep grinding it out, keep having a chance to win. Calexico just need to execute on those mislaps of having being able to catch the ball. If they were able to do that, this score would probably be 21-6 right now. Calexico.
Marcus Montague will pick up 4 yards, and the ball will be spotted at the 41.
So the ground attack of the Cibola Raiders is giving Calexico's defense all they can handle as we get set for the third quarter underway. It's 11:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Calexico down by 1, 7-6.
Marcus Montague will get close to the first down markers, shy about a yard, and it'll bring up a 3rd and short for the Raiders of Cibola.
Brought down by number 3, Leonel Canchola, who's played one heck of a game on defense. So, Ruben, tell us, what's Calexico's defense? What do they need to do? What kind of a talk did they get at halftime?
Well, they got a discipline talk at halftime because they were the whole backside was flying out of their responsibilities, and Cibola was able to use some misdirection to gain big yards. So they're just coming back to the basics. Everybody execute your responsibilities, and everything's going to be fine.
Damian Sanchez crossing midfield and taking it into Bulldog territory for a 1st and 10. The ball at the 48.
Calexico defensively goes left to right with number 24, Hector Flores, number 66, Damian Solis, number 50, Luis Castro, and number 18, Chris Valencia on the front 4.
A reverse end around, and the ball carrier number 2, that's Darian Alvarez.
He was brought down by safety number 7, Dominic Flores, as the defensive backfield is Flores, C.J. Delgado, Gonzalez, and Adam Garcia, and the monster is Lionel Canchola.
Dominic Flores is a two-star athlete that also plays basketball too. Point guard. He's very intellectual in the basketball court. You can see it on the defensive side. He's all over the place. He's getting first to the ball. He's either coming in second for the gang tackle. He still has to be around here. Help Lionel Canchola out. He's a one-man wrecking crew out here.
2nd and 4. Quarterback Rodriguez rolling, sliding into the first down marker and moving the chains, but there's a penalty flag behind the line of scrimmage. Could be holding, blocking below against the Cibola Raiders.
High-low.
High-low, is that what it is?
Yeah, when you get high-load, one lineman hits you up high and another lineman dives down at your knees and you get folded back, and that's how most kids will lose a knee.
Wow, that's how we used to play back in the day, and they never called it.
Well, back in the day, we would practice that drill to execute that. Nowadays,
they called it a double team.
They called it a double team, yeah.
Tonight's referees representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association. The head referee wearing the white hat is Nathan Blinkens. The umpire is Michael Garcia. The head linesman, John Robb. The back judge is Victor Padilla, and the line judge, Lloyd James.
So that's a 15-yard penalty, Ruben, and they're going to go back to the 43-yard line. So Cibola, with 9:39 remaining in the third quarter, up by a point, 7-6 over Calexico.
Now, those 15-yarders are usually momentum killers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Rodriguez out of the gun, looking this way.
Another one.
And they're stopping that play. Could be a false start. Offsides. Encroachment against Calexico. So they'll move the ball up 5 yards.
Calexico starting out in the second half. They allowed big runs. Unfortunately, they got the help of the referees by bringing them back for Cibola. You got to keep establishing the trenches here, even on the D-line. Clog the lanes. Linebackers, if you read run, fill in the hole. Don't let that running back get big plays because that builds up the pass. And if you've seen in the first half, Cibola was hitting on those deep shots with the fake bubble screens and hitting down the seam on a bomb route.
2nd and 13. Damian Rodriguez. Javier Rodriguez. Oh, here we go. Another penalty flag. Another lining up in the neutral zone for Calexico, so they're going to give them yardage back at the Calexico 47.
That 15-yard penalty that they were able to get by the referees, the Cibola was able to get it back.
They got back 10 yards.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 9.
Comes back to that discipline.
Yeah.
Back in here subbing in for Vic. They just got him with that hard count right there when
That's
they're
right.
2nd and long.
What's the discipline doesn't guarantee anything, but without it, you don't stand a chance.
There you go.
Marcus Montague to the left side, crossing the 45 into the 42-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down.
3rd and short.
Second.
Cibola players down.
3rd and short.
Another big game by Cibola. Calexico seems to not be having their hard hat on right now on defense. Just got to continue grinding, continue pushing back the offensive line. Again, we want the opposing offense just to allow under 4 yards of carry. If you're allowing more than that,
well, you know something, you get the momentum with that 15-yard penalty, and then you give it right back with 2 free offsides. You know, it's.
That could be a killer.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Craving the perfect combo? Come to Burgers and Beer. Juicy, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold craft beer. What more could you want? Visit Burgers and Beer today for the ultimate flavor experience. By State Farm, accidents happen. But with Marianne Valenzuela Friendly State Farm, you're covered. Get the protection you deserve with personalized service and great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by CR&R, need reliable waste disposal? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep your community green and clean. Visit crnrwasteservices.com. Waste management, keeping your world cleaner. By the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds, celebrating local culture and agriculture, hosting the annual California Midwinter Fair and year-round events that bring the community together. So 3rd and 4 for the Raiders in Bulldog territory. And the defense will not allow them to get that first down. And they're about a yard shy. So they pick up 2, and it'll be 4th and a yard from the 44.
Again, be careful with the hard count. They already got them one time in this drive. They want to get this hard count here. Maybe they get a free first down coming up. also want to make sure about the fullback dive coming in and get that first yard.
The playbook could be wide open right here for Cibola Raiders. They have done 3 running plays in a row. If the defense is ball watching on the right now on this down, they could hit him with the play action on the outside of 5 and out. So the defense has to cover their flats here and stay disciplined on 4th and short.
Looks like they're setting up to run a sweep towards our side, but no, they're coming right down the middle.
And they get it.
They did.
Did they stuff him? No, they got it
enough.
barely or burly. Yep, 1st and 10. Move those chains.
Cibola linemen do a good job of getting behind that running back and just pushing him through to pick up those extra few inches, and second time they do that.
They must have got a copy of the play from the Philadelphia Eagles. The push-tush is what they like to call it.
Well, that push-tush is very effective.
Oh, yeah. Copycat league nowadays. You see the pros do it. You want to bring it to the high school level. Hey, if it works in the pros, it could work in the high school.
1st and 10 at the 38. Xavier Rodriguez. We have a teacher by that name here. Quick pass, number 1.
Missed tackle by number 8 for the Bulldogs.
Number 1 is Yandel Gamez, and he'll pick up 4.
Again, the Bulldogs were a lot more disciplined on that one time. As you can see, they did the screen there, but they had a guy leaking on the seam route coming down on the sideline. Be disciplined on that. You know Cibola's going to want to go to that deep shot if you're biting on that bubble screen right there.
Yeah, sometimes these bubble screens are a good way to get a good 4 yards, 3 yards. They're quick plays, and the defense has to react to the screen.
The safety's got to remember that he's got to stay back. He's the save our butt guy, and he's got to stay back instead of biting up as hard as he did on that one bubble screen that they ran right now.
2nd and 6. And the handoff to number 8, Damian Sanchez. Not much there. It'll bring up a 3rd down for the Cibola Raiders with 6:03 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
There you go. That's the Bulldog D-line I know. Now they're controlling the trenches. Now they're making Cibola go on the outside instead of the inside zone. You're bringing the linebackers home. The linemen are doing their job, and instead of one guy tackling, it's a gang tackle. Everybody is involved in the play.
And it always helps when you blitz the right gap, and that's
right.
what Calexico did. They blitz right into that gap.
yeah.
And
Bulldogs got to be careful here. They don't do that fake wide receiver screen.
Well, they also they have a tunnel screen that they like to run out of this formation.
3rd and 6 at the 34.
And there it is.
And it's incomplete. It hit the ground first. And I don't have my binoculars, but I saw that one.
Yep. They're setting them up. They like to have 3 receivers on one side, and they have a decoy guy to go man-to-man on the opposite side. They're thinking that they're going on a bomb route on the opposite side, but what they're really trying to do is getting the defense to lean one way to attack the opposite side.
Well said.
So
well
4th,
said there, Chuck.
And it looks like their punting unit is out there. And punting for Isaac Rubio for the Raiders, and back to receive is
that speed going down that.
Number 7 is Dominic Flores.
So you gain extra snaps right there.
A high snap, deep kick, won't return it, and it'll go into the end zone, and Calexico will take over at their own 20-yard line. Tonight's game is brought to you by the IID, your local public and water and energy service, by Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community, by the DOM team for business, residential, and farmland real estate, by our friends at Havens Landscaping for all your landscaping material needs, and the Imperial Valley Healthcare District, founded in 2023, IVHD is dedicated to expanding access and improving healthcare for the Imperial County, by Top Notch Barbershop, fresh cuts always a fade away, and RDO, nothing runs like a deer. So the Bulldogs back at it, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Israel Reese, and it looks like Andre Lopez in the backfield. Bread and butter takes it to Andre, and Andre is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
This is the Calexico offense that they want to do. You want to feed your monster every time. Let him get a couple touches. Let him see the floor a little bit. Let him get the cleats going. He is the number 8 rusher in CIF, boys. You know what I mean? He's the pound and ground for Calexico offense. Without him, this offense isn't much going. He establishes what they do best.
Number 8, Damian Sanchez for Cibola Raiders, came in there and blew that play up. He came up right in the middle and attacked that A-gap where he wanted to run the ball.
Somebody missed a block on that. But I smell an RPO coming up here soon.
2nd and 10, Ruben. You got a good sense of smell. That's not.
And Israel almost pulled the ball out.
Yeah, but he gave it to Andre. Andre Grains 3. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for Calexico.
Andre the Giant, he's trying to get going here. Keep feeding him the ball. Keep making him eat those yards up. What it does is, too, right, my brother always says it, the run establishes the pass. Pass can't do nothing without the run. You establish the ground attack, you get the aerial attack, you feed number 1, Alberto Castro, you might get a big play out of it.
4 minutes ago in the 3rd quarter, a 3rd and 7 for Calexico inside the 25. Andre, break it away.
There he goes.
And he'll take it to the 30. And that looks like he got the first down. They're going to move the chains 1st and 10 for Calexico.
In a one-point game like this, you just take what the defense gives you. Just create momentum for yourself.
And Calexico needs to drive the ball into the end zone on this series because Cibola burnt off almost 7 minutes to open up the 3rd quarter.
Time of possession.
So Calexico won't have the ball too many more times if they continue to let Cibola drive on them. There it is.
And the pass is deflected by number 11, Deegan Gonzalez.
Good defensive play there. You always want, as you're taught as a defensive end or defensive lineman, if you can't get to the quarterback, you always want to put your hands up to get the ball batted down. Great execution on the defensive part. I'm telling you right now, if Deegan Gonzalez wasn't there, that'd be a big play for the Bulldogs.
It would have been a huge play. He was wide open, and he had an alley to run through.
Oh, yeah. That RPO came into attack on that one, just didn't execute on that.
2nd and 10, ball at the 30. Calexico. Israel Reese out of the gun. Dropping back screen. And looked like it was going to Andre, but it was well guarded by number 10. That's Marcus Montague.
Good sign by the quarterback is Israel Reese. After that batted ball, he still stayed aggressive. He's still attacking the corners, making them, letting them know that he's coming, throwing that ball their way.
Something that I think Israel Reese has to do, make the game easy for you. Don't try to attack the big play and try to hit the home run ball. Hit the little bunts, hit the little small plays. That builds momentum for not only the team, but builds the confidence for the quarterback. Then the next play coming up, once you feel good about yourself, hit the bomb play, see if it's there, hopefully to get the Bulldogs on the board.
3rd and 10 from the 30. Looking for a receiver, almost intercepted by Daniel Cienez.
Well, if he picks that ball, he's in the end zone
green
now.
Grass the other way.
So the punting unit coming out, and we've got a defensive struggle here, boys.
Grinded out game so far. Bulldogs can't get much in the aerial attack. But, again, stick to your guns. Stick to the rushing attack that you're doing. Feed Jose Fernandez. Feed Andre the Giant. Those are your workhorses there, your bell cows, as we like to say. That will establish everything for the Bulldogs. Everything else will come later on.
Don't forget, Carlos, that they also have Leonel Canchola, who's got the breakaway speed.
There you go.
End over end kick and will not be returned. So Cibola will try their luck at the 34-yard line with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We're down by 1.
Right now it's a good old field position game, right?
That's what it is. It's turned into a field position game. And seems like Cibola maintains their momentum.
Coming into the game, Cibola, yes, they had one game coming in. They established a run. One of the running backs that have 200 yards the previous game. Today, total different team. They're throwing the ball a lot. They're not getting much on the run. The Bulldogs are stuffing them in the rush attack. But, hey, always be ready. They're lining up. They're spreading you out. They might start throwing it on you. Be ready, defense.
Timeout. Calexico will be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert. Just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State. Now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what programs do we need to do? What services do we need to provide? You know, where are some of our transfer portals that we need to make sure that we open up for our students? I have to give my all. And I encourage my teams, the campus community, hey, let's give our all, because these are our neighbors. These are the kids down the block. They're gonna be our doctors, they're gonna be our nurses, they're gonna be here. So how can we make sure that they have all the resources and the support they need to get there?
Imperial Valley College. We are IVC. For more, visit imperial.edu.
No. Back here live at Willis Ward Field. Cibola with a 1st and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. This is VSN. Handoff right there, but nothing. And looks like number 24 for Calexico was in on the stop. That's Hector Loera and Luis Castro with the help and a loss of a yard. So the Bulldog defense really stepped it up. Hector Loera and Luis Castro.
Both sophomores.
Both sophomores.
Both sophomores, and they're both defensive linemen. One's an outside linebacker and one's a D-line. They both met at the line of scrimmage. They didn't let them go anywhere.
2nd and 11 from the 34-yard line. Xavier Rodriguez, the quarterback for Cibola. Dropping back, looking over the middle. And
Good play.
And the pass was bobbled. Is it incomplete?
Incomplete.
Good play by Dominic Flores.
And Marquise Montague was the intended receiver.
As they say, Coach, like how you were saying, the safety has to be the smartest player on the field on the defense. He's the quarterback of the defense. He's the last line of defense.
Yep.
Great play from Dominic Flores. He went from one hash to the sideline to interrupt that pass. Great play by Dominic Flores.
And I'll tell you, Dominic is the right guy to have there. He's just a brain on that defense.
When you're a point guard, Coach, you got to be the smartest guy on the court. You also got to be the smartest guy on that safety's position.
Xavier Rodriguez, he gave him a chance. That was a good ball.
Reverse to number 2. That is Darian Alvarez. Grabs about 8 yards on the carry on the left side.
Calexico, man, they bit on that reverse too much. They fell for that halfback dive. They went to the left. They bring the reverse right. Luckily, number 9, Carlos Delgado, was able to make the tackle and save that, because if he wasn't there, it was all green grass and end zone for Cibola. Great play by number 9.
4th and short. 2 yards.
Looks like they're going for it.
Hard count coming up. Be disciplined.
Minute 36 to remaining in the third quarter. Somebody moved. It looks like the left guard.
Yeah, it looks like a false start.
There you go. That's right. The hard count ended up getting the offense this time instead of the defense, which is good.
Well, those linemen, they got to stay focused, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They've got to be the smartest guys on the team.
That's another one, too.
So they're going to punt. Isaac Rubio and punting away at his own 20. He'll get it away to Dominic Flores. He had a chance to return it.
Oh, he touched it.
But Calexico will fall on it, luckily. Okay, so the Bulldogs take over at the 35-yard line with 1:11 to go. 1:11.
Jose Fernandez had a chance to block the punt there. If he would have had his hands up, dive, maybe he would have got a momentum shift for the Bulldogs. Be able to get, instead of on the other side of the 30, we'd be on our own 30 here, have a closer shot to the end zone.
Good awareness from the returner to fall on it immediately.
And I think that, you're talking about Jose Fernandez and what he should have done. I think that's where Calexico is at a disadvantage not having a feeder team.
That's right. Yeah.
Because, again, we only have one guy who has played Pop Warner in his life, and that's the center. Everybody else began to play football when they got to high school.
1st and 10 for Calexico. Israel Ruiz. Cibola showing blitz. Andre Lopez coming to the outside.
Got some green grass.
40. Midfield, and he's brought down at the 45. And if he hadn't been brought down, it would have been Kitty bar the door.
Andre the Giant, man, feed the guy. Feed him. He wants to see that green grass. He wants to see the shoulder pads hit, and you get him in space. That's what happens. You get a big play by Calexico, hopefully a momentum shifter. They have to score on this drive.
It definitely is.
If Conchola runs the ball there, he's in the end zone.
Breakout speed.
That's what I'm saying. We got to use that breakout speed a little bit more.
You haven't seen Leonel Conchola have a chance to have a ball, carry the ball here. Hopefully they get him some action here on a counter or a sweep here.
A good RPO would be good here.
He's out there at the B-back right now.
We have a shift. 1st and 10. Andre Lopez grabs 4. It'll become a 2nd and 6 right at the 41.
Buck sweep. Like you said, Carlos says, take what got you there and run the hell out of it.
Like Vic used to say, you got to dance with the one that brung you.
Dance with the one that brung you, exactly.
And that may be the end of the 3rd quarter. If the Bulldogs get this playoff.
Take it to the third. Take it to the
So
fourth
at the end
quarter.
of the 3rd quarter, Cibola 7, Calexico 6, and we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Cool? No problem. For over 29 years, Arctic Air has been keeping Imperial Valley cool. You've seen our orange vans around. Chances are your neighbor is already cool thanks to us. Call today to ask about our Comfort Club membership, and you'll never have to worry about your AC again. We're here for you 24/7.
Johnny's Burritos, serving the Imperial Valley since 1963. A Imperial Valley tradition, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Wishing all these students this month going back to school a big welcome back.
We're back here live at Willis Ward Field. And starting the 4th quarter of play. Calexico going the other way now, headed toward the south end of the field. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the down markers at the 41.
And Andre Lopez is out there dancing there, John.
He's getting in the groove.
Getting in the groove.
Something that I noticed when I saw Calexico play Southwest, they fed a lot of Andre Lopez halfback dive, buck sweep, buck. Then the defense started leaning one way, started reading it, and then they came back with Leonel Conchola on a reverse. They got big gains out of that.
Andre Lopez, left side. He's just grabbing yardage here and there. That's about another 3 yards. But there's no cloud of dust because Calexico Unified School District Maintenance and Operations Ground Crew did an outstanding job on our football field.
Good old 28 buck right there, huh, Los? For Andre Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you to our Francisco Ruiz and Belen Donato for their leadership here in the grounds of the friendly confines of Willis Ward Field in Calexico at Calexico High School. It's 3rd and 4.
RPO right here would be a big gain.
Andre fumbles the ball, but he recovers back at the 49.
Hit the hole. Hit the hole. Don't try to take it to the outside here. Let somebody else have a little touch here and there. Give Andre Lopez a little breather. This is where Leonel Conchola comes in here, Coach. You use the breakout speed with him. I think I've maybe seen one carry in the whole game. Feed him the rock a little bit. Let the offense get a different look, a different feel. That way they have some different momentum coming into this drive.
Absolutely, and Cibola hasn't seen him. And they haven't felt the speed yet.
Let them feel it.
Got to test the secondary right here.
What's that?
Test the secondary right here.
Check the speed of the linebackers. They've already felt the speed of Andre Lopez. He's a bruiser. You want to bring somebody that has that lightning speed. Let's see how their agility is from sideline to sideline.
They're going to give it a shot here on a 4th down and 13, right about midfield at the 48.
Here we go.
Reese, and pass intended for
Dominic Flores.
Was that Dominic Flores?
Yeah.
Number Or Joshua Ramirez.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Joshua Ramirez.
Reese gave him a chance right there. They tested him. They tested the safety. You know, that was a deep pass. That would have been a first down.
And that was a catchable ball.
That was a catchable ball hitting right in the hands.
You know, I used to have a coach back in the day that told me, if you can touch it, you can catch it. A wise man once told me that back in the day, huh?
Well, that sounds familiar.
So 1st and 10 for the Cibola Raiders with 10 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the football game.
Now, we had talked about a game of field position, right?
Yes, sir.
And the time of possession. Hopefully they can limit time of possession here for Cibola.
Montague crossing midfield.
Montague was the running back last week that had 200 yards on about 26 carries. You know Cibola is going to ride him the same way Calexico rides Andre Lopez. Cibola is going to ride Montague the whole time to chew up the clock, even though they're up 1 point right now. But if they're able to establish, fill the holes, fill the gaps, let Cibola pass on you, something that they don't want to do, Calexico has a shot here.
2nd and 6, 9:39 remaining. Ball at the 47. Montague to the right. First down and more.
Got momentum.
Going out to the outside, the 20, the 15, and takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big gain for the Cibola Raiders. And now they're coming into the red zone for the...
I'll tell you what, that big play happened for Cibola because the crack block on that defensive end on the right side for Calexico got cracked. Mr. Montague saw that. He took it on the sideline, and once he reached second level, he has a little bit of that speed to get there, and now they're at the 10-yard line.
That's it. This is a big series for Calexico. This is the game.
1st and 10. 1st and goal inside the 10.
Reverse.
Little reverse. And it looks like he's even closer to the end zone to the 2-yard line, so it'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 2.
Fernando Gonzalez on that tackle right there that stopped the touchdown from the Cibola Raiders.
You know, that defensive end, he's got to be able to see that his near back is going away. Once your near back goes away, your eyes go up across the field at the next back. If that next back is going away from you, now you know that they're running where they're running. But
right.
Usually on a reverse, you'll see them coming right back at you, and you set up and you make your stop.
Right.
But unfortunately, our Calexico's defensive end is what they call biting the cheese.
Montague, touchdown Cibola, extending their lead to 13-6 over Calexico.
Second touchdown of the day for Montague. He's just having a steamroller type of day on the ground for Cibola. One of their strengths coming in the game. Establish the trenches, make sure that he doesn't get going. Right now, Calexico's still in this game, 6-13. If they get a stop coming in on this next drive, and they have a chance on offense.
I have a feeling that Cibola will go for 2. If they go for 2 and make it,
a 2-possession game, right?
It's a 2-possession game. Instead, they're going for 1. And honestly, that 1 point did nothing for them.
Isaac Rubio splitting the uprights barely, so
it's still a 1-possession game. A 2, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, John.
It's okay. 14-6. Tonight's game is brought to you by La Fonda Bar and Grill with our friend Tony Camacho. By Burgers and Beer. Stay tuned for the Burgers and Beer players of the game today, immediately following this broadcast. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Calexico Wellness Center. Your health is our priority. El Centro Motors. Visit El Centro Motors for your next truck, car, or SUV. By Arctic Air, dependable AC service you can trust. By Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. Sanders Architecture and Engineering, building the future today. By Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm Insurance Agent. By Ivy Welding and Mechanical, Industrial Welding Contractor. Subscribe to our VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. So, 14-6 as we 8 minutes to go, 8:14 to go in this football game. Calexico's now got to get their.
There's still some life because they could have gone for 2.
They've got a lot of life, but they got to go into that end zone.
That's number 1. Then they have to get a 2-point conversion just to tie.
Just to tie. So,
with 8 minutes left to go, they got all the time in their hands.
Yeah.
Let's see what Dominic Flores can do on this return here. Give the Calexico some life.
End-over-end kick. Returning for Calexico, Dominic Flores, number 7. Runs into his own man. So the Bulldogs will take over. And a big shout-out to my friends out there at Knuckle Draggers. The Caveman. Alley-oop, oop, oop, oop. First and 10, Calexico at the 22-yard line.
Mistake-free football coming down for Calexico. Don't have any flags coming down this drive. This drive here is important. Again, use the time of possession on your side. Use the different type of backs, the different speeds. Jose Fernandez, Leonel Conchola, Andre Lopez. Use them all together.
There's Conchola. There he goes. Taking it to the outside.
There it is. That's the speed,
once
coach.
He's gone. He's hard to stop when he's down the far sideline and runs out of bounds.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
And that's a momentum builder.
I'll tell you what. Jose Fernandez made a key block on the outside that allowed him to get that extra yardage on the sideline.
You bruise the defense up with Andre Lopez. You bruise the defense up with Jose Fernandez. And then you hit him with the sucker punch coming down with Leonel Conchola coming down the sideline. His speed is different, Coach. The other backs, they're bruisers. This guy, he's a lightning bolt coming out of that backfield.
What's that old saying? Speed?
Speed kills. Speed kills. It always does. It never lies.
A big gain for Leonel Conchola, taking it to the 39, going in with 8 minutes to go, down by 8. I can't add. There's that Fernandez, or that's
there he is
all the way. Jose Fernandez, then 5 touchdown Calexico. Jose Fernandez from the 39 takes it to the house.
2 plays for the Calexico Bulldogs. You hit him with the lightning bolt coming down with Leonel Conchola, and then you bring the bruiser in of Jose Fernandez. Bulldogs are down 14-12.
I tell you what, to quote El Gutierrez, what he used to say in a play like that, that's all you got to do.
They had 8 minutes on the clock, and they scored in 2 plays, and now they have 7:51. Talk about a quick drive for the Calexico Bulldogs.
Calexico has life now. Hopefully they're looking like they're going for a 2-point conversion.
They have to.
Even if you don't get it, you're still in the game. It's a one-possession game. But focus on this play here. You tie them up. Cibola's coming down on their back end.
They're going to go for 2.
They have to.
And Fernandez, good run by him.
Give it back to him again. Just give it back to him again.
Did he make it? It was short. So he didn't make it with 7:51 remaining in this football game. Calexico 12, Cibola 14. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Welcome to Kennedy's Carne, the premier destination for top quality meats since 1959. Located in El Centro and Yuma, Arizona, we are home to over 30 awards and specialize in carne asada, perfected over generations. With 2 locations to serve you, visit Kennedy Carnes today. Every cut, a masterpiece of quality.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Back here live at Willisworth Field with Jose Fernandez and Leonel Conchola. 2 plays, took him to the end zone. The Bulldogs now down by 2, and they're kicking off to the Cibola Raiders. That's for my Raider fan buddy, Joe Gutierrez and Frank Goldner and Ciego Rosas. And all I hear is the Raiders. Returning inside the 20, number 5. And taking it inside the 40, number 5 is Fernando Lopez.
Coach, just to go back on that play on the offense of the 2-point conversion, what you mentioned earlier about the inexperience of Calexico football not being able to have that Pop Warner experience, you mentioned the end zone doesn't come to you. You got to have nose for the end zone. Jose Fernandez, you're a yard away. You're about 6 inches out. Stick that ball out. Make sure that the ref doesn't make that call. You cross the line. You cross that end zone. We're up. Instead of 14-12 Bulldogs, it's 14-14.
That's it, man. He's got that power. He could have gotten the center of gravity down low and just bulldozed his way in.
Handoff right to the 41-yard line.
21 for the Bulldogs made that tackle. Andre Lopez and number 3, Lionel Canchola.
Marquise Montague picking up 3. Bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 41.
Key thing for the Bulldogs defense right now. As of right now in the second half, Cibola has been controlling the time of possession. Very key here that they get the Cibola out on a 3 and out. They hold them here on the drive, and they don't score that way. The Bulldogs have a chance to score coming down next.
Bulldogs need to create a turnover here. That's what they need to do.
Montague, right side.
21 again, Andre Lopez. Met him in the backfield with
Andre
no
the
gain.
Giant. Not only does a bruiser on offense running the ball, but he's a bruiser on defense as well.
He's wrecking havoc right there in the trenches.
Well, it's 3rd and long here. You know, in the past, what they've liked to do is to throw that little fake bubble and then go deep with it.
The defensive backs here, whatever coverage you have, stay disciplined. Safeties, do not bite on that bubble screen. You know, you just mentioned it, Coach. They've been doing it in the first half. They're going to pump fake on that bubble screen. One guy's going to leak out down the seam. That can change the game here. Be disciplined here, Bulldogs.
Just cover your flats. Cover your flats right here.
3rd and 6.
And they're lined up for it.
Dropping back.
Got a little mesh.
Finds an open man. Montague, the 40, the 35, the 30. Oh, and
he
fumbles the ball.
fumbled.
And it's recovered. Good play. Whoa, was that Lionel Canchola? Was he outside?
Yeah.
He was inside. First down, Calexico.
What a play by Lionel Canchola.
Was that Canchola?
What a play.
And smart. He, boom, right on the sideline.
What a play.
Tony Tota right there in the sidelines.
Never giving up on a play. What looked to be a big game for Cibola, the Bulldogs came in and they had the momentum changer coming in. Great play by Lionel Canchola. Great play. Never giving up on that play. Coach, that's the discipline there on the defense. If you're getting beat on one end, you want to come in at an angle to get that running back, receiver, whatever it is, because you come straight down the line, that guy's too fast, he's going to burn you.
1st and 10, Calexico.
You got to meet him where he's going to be.
That's right.
Timeout.
I think they threw that little yellow flag over there where they asked for a replay, review. What's that called?
That's
challenge flag?
Yeah.
The red flag?
Do they have a challenge flag over there?
No, it's a timeout.
Not regulated in high school, right?
Tonight's game brought to you by Calexico Wellness Center. Your well-being is our top priority. Call us at 760-270-9126. We're a nonprofit clinic bringing trusted healthcare to your neighborhood. La Fonda. Craving authentic Mexican food? Head to La Fonda and try the famous sizzling fajitas to the enchiladas. La Fonda, where flavor meets family. By Arctic Air Conditioning. Beat the heat with our top-of-the-line York air conditioning systems at Arctic Air. Stay cool and comfortable all summer long. Call us at 760-352-8855. And by Esqued Realty. Thinking of selling or buying a property? Trust the experts at Esqued Realty with unmatched local quality, local knowledge, and offering professional and friendly service for over 30 years. They'll put the top dollar for your investment or help you purchase your dream home. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. By Sanders Architecture and Engineering, building the future today and wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season.
Well, Calexico has something to practice this week, and that's stopping the misdirection.
Mm-hmm. The defensive ends, contain your area. Don't bite so hard.
1st and 10. That's Jose Fernandez in there now.
Yep.
And
there you go, man.
And he's just chugging and pumping those legs and taking up about another 10 yards.
That was a great run by Jose Fernandez. But let's talk about number 55, the pulling guard for the Calexico. Antoine Farias was out there blocking. He got about 2 or 3 bodies out there.
Well, see, on the buck sweep there, he's the kickout block. I'm sorry, he's the wrap block. He's the guy who comes in and wraps around, looks for linebackers coming from the inside out.
Yeah.
And it's the near that number 77 or 57. He's the kickout block. He's the guy who picks up that defensive end. Here he comes again.
1st and 10 at the 30. Fernandez picking up 2.
There you go.
So did you see number 55 miss that kickout block?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did.
He wrapped it up, and his job is to go straight to the sideline. Whatever's in his way, he tracks it.
Yeah.
And it's that second guard that's coming around that wraps around at the linebacker. If that first that leadoff guard picks up that defensive end, who knows? He might still be running.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 8 with 5 minutes to go in this football game. Israel Reese. Canchola with the ball, going to the far side. And lowering his shoulder. Not much there for Leonel Canchola.
Key play here for the Bulldogs. But we're looking at a 3rd and 8. This right here can determine of how their drive goes. If they're able to get a first down here, whether they run the buck sweep, buck reverse, or if they hit Alberto Castro coming down the sideline. But be careful here. Big play. Key play coming down to keep the drive going.
And Calexico still has that buck pass.
There you go.
And they just ran buck twice.
RPO, play action.
Well, it's not an RPO. It's a predetermined play.
Right.
The buck pass, so they'll fake the buck and throw the pass to the wide receiver.
Got Andre Lopez back in there. Andre the Giant. 4 minutes to go. Bulldogs with a 3rd and long. Fumbles a football.
That's his 3rd fumble of the day, Coach.
It looks like it's the Calexico ball.
What it is Andre's too worried about what it's in front of him. You got to focus one thing at a time. Carry that ball, man. That's the prior possession of this game here. That's his 3rd lost ball, fumbled once already. Take care of the ball.
Secure the ball, high and tight.
Worry about the yards later. The ball is the first thing that we have to worry about as offensive players.
Looks like they were playing for 4th down there as they were trying to get about 3 or 4 yards. But now they're backed up. They're 4th and long, trying to convert here.
3.5 minutes to go, boys.
Big play here.
Timeout, Calexico. Tonight's game is brought to you by El Centro Motors. Head to El Centro Motors for unbeatable deals. For your next car, SUV, or truck, it's El Centro Motors. By IV Welding and Mechanical. Need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right, on time, every time. Call IV Welding and Mechanical. Precision in every spark. By Burgers and Beer. And stay tuned for our Burgers and Beer and lineman player of the game immediately following our broadcast. And by State Farm Insurance. Accidents happen, but with Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, you're covered. Get the protection you deserve with personalized service and great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by CR&R. Need reliable waste disposal? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep your community clean and green. Visit crnrwasteservices.com, the face of a greener generation.
Big play here for the Bulldogs.
4th and 11. Way back at their 30-yard line.
Got to trust the
Israel
pocket. Trust
Reese
the pocket. Trust the pocket.
Going over the middle. Intercepted by number 10, Marcus Montague.
Marcus Montague is just
so
all
he's
over
got
the place.
3 minutes. And this is a critical part of the game here, folks.
Marcus Montague is rushing on the Bulldogs. He's catching on the Bulldogs. Playing ball hawk for the Cibola Raiders.
Well, if Marcus Montague had dropped that interception, they would have had the ball way over here at about the 28. Just little things.
Yep.
Little things.
Yep. Football is a very intellectual sport. You got to know the field dimensions. You got to know the time of possessions. You got to know where the possession of the ball is. For example, just right there, if Montague would have dropped it, instead of being at the 43, you're at the 28. A lot harder for the Cibola Raiders to make any plays on offense.
Well, when you're on defense, you have 5 seconds to analyze.
High formation right here.
1st and 10.
Yeah,
Quick
there you
pitch
go.
to number 2, Darian Alvarez. Got a lot of room to the far side. He's still on his feet. Coming in the inside, and it's touchdown. Darian Alvarez and the Cibola Raiders to put it at 20-12. No flags.
We were talking about earlier, Coach, that pulling guard. Now this time it was for 71 for Cibola Raiders. Jaden Gonzalez out there
And
blocking.
it's the reverse. It's that misdirection. You know, the defense
Killing them.
just didn't stay at home.
They're getting too caught up, and I think that's what the coaching staff of the Raiders are noticing. They're noticing that the Bulldogs, they're not getting blocked. When you're not getting blocked, you know something's going to happen on the backside.
Isaac Rubio going to make it 21. And he does.
That was a key point there.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Back here live at Willis Ward Field with 3 minutes, 13 seconds after a touchdown run by, who was that, Montague?
Number 2 from the Raiders.
Darian Alvarez.
Darian Alvarez.
So Isaac Rubio kicking off. And let's see what the Bulldogs can do with this. End over end. And that's Dominic Flores at the 10.
That face mask
that looks like a
horse collar?
Horse collar, but
there
it is. And there's a little extracurricular activity going on.
21-12, 3 minutes left to go. I mean, the recent company could still do something here.
So last time that the Bulldogs got scored on, they were able to score in 2 plays in about 15 seconds. You're down 9 points with 3 minutes left. Anything can still go. You're still in the ball game, but you got to act quick. You got to keep going. There's not much you can do here. Not a lot of time that you can do.
Even though there was a pick thrown by the Reese, you got to let it go. That was last series. You just got to forget about it and just go play by play. Take what the defense gives you.
You have the time to do it.
And it goes against Cibola.
And you do have the athletes to win it with.
Right.
You just have to believe in yourself.
That is true. That's the main thing right there.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Calexico at the 36.
Some good field position after that flag.
Well, that flag definitely helped them out with that horse collar tackle. Great field position here for the Bulldogs as they're on the 35-yard line.
3:07 and counting in the game. Reese
staying aggressive,
rolling, looking back the other way, and was that Canchola, the intended receiver?
I think it might be a holding.
No, number
here.
1. Alberto Castro.
Holding here on the offensive side for the Bulldogs. I saw it from up here.
10-yard penalty.
You know, Israel Reese being a left-handed, you have him rolling out right. Rolling out right, being a left-hander, you got to turn those hips. It's a lot more difficult than it is. Make him go roll left. I know the side of the field of the hash mark where they're in is a lot smaller, but as a left-hander going to the right, it's very difficult having to come back to the other side and throw it. Make it easy on your quarterback.
Football is an uncomfortable sport there, buddy.
That's right. That's true. You got to be prepared for all things.
1st and 20. Bulldogs at the 25. Reese dropping back, stepping up, grabbed by the jersey, and sacked. With the clock ticking, 2:50, 2:49.
My opinion on this is that they don't have to go for all the marbles on one play. They could chunk it out, chunk it out, chunk it out, chunk it out until Cibola makes their mistake.
I think they should go back to the running game right here. I mean, go back to what's working. Get them with the sweep, get them with the inside run. That way they could come back with the play action pass for the Reese.
Well, they're using a lot of time up in the huddle.
2nd and 24. Calexico back at their own 22-yard line. And this is Jose Fernandez taking it to about the 28. Pickup of 6 with 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go.
This
3rd and long.
This broadcast is the sole property of VSN. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owner is strictly prohibited.
Boom.
3rd and
Playing
a whole
hurry
bunch.
up offense. Hurry up offense.
Let's go.
We got 2 pulling guards out there.
You got him, and he's almost breaking away, getting to the 44.
Now it's 4th and short for the Bulldogs.
Now you see the difference here. Again, the Bulldogs are a running team. You started out this drive with 2 passing plays. It didn't work out for you. You had the next 2 running plays going out back to you. You're looking at a 4th and 3, right? If you would have started off that drive like that, it would have gained some momentum. Then you start throwing the passing plays. Get the defense bottled in on a 9 in the box. Then you get them on the pass. Maybe the Bulldogs would be in different field position here.
Looks like there's a injury down on the field.
Looks like 55.
No. Anyway, so we're going to have to talk about the player of the game, and because I was not here the first half, maybe Vic can shed some light.
But if they don't win, they don't get a player of the game, can they?
Well, depending on who wins today, I'll tell you what. If it's on Cibola's side, we're looking on Marcus Montague here.
Right. They have a Burgers and Beer over there in Yuma.
That's true.
So we can award the winner of our Burgers and Beer player of the game.
Right now, it's looking like Marcus Montague. Anything could change for Cibola, right?
So it's player of the game and lineman of the game, or how does that work?
2 players of the game and 1 lineman of the game.
Number 71, Jaden Gonzalez made some key plays for Cibola for the lineman of the game. And for the
you have Marcus Montague and Darian Alvarez that were running and tumbling all over the Bulldogs tonight, doing what they want. And then, as you said, Diego, Jaden Gonzalez wrecking havoc for the Cibola Bulldogs.
And Joe Vega for the Bulldogs is in contention for that spot as well, if they get this 4th down here. 4th and short coming up for the Bulldogs.
1 minute, 31 seconds remaining.
You got Andre Lopez back there. You got Fernandez back there.
Andre Lopez on the ground. And he stopped at the 45.
I'll tell you what, that was good effort by Andre Lopez. He was trying his best to fight for those extra yards.
It looks like it's turnover on downs for the Bulldogs as Cibola takes over.
Looks like
to this game when it was 12-14. They were able to establish their run game, still do their identity, and now we're looking like a victory formation for Cibola as number 3, Xavier Rodriguez, takes a knee, and it looks like both teams will meet in the half-field line.
So
the players of the game are number 6, Daniel Syons, number 10, Marcus Montague.
And the lineman?
Well, whoever was opening up the holes for these guys. Go ahead. Who did you have?
Jaden Gonzalez, number 51, on the crack blocks on the reverses for Cibola. That just, man, it was key, man. It was either Darian Alvarez, Marcus Montague, that crack block on the defensive end. That's where they were able to get the gravy train of more than 4 yards all the way down 20-yard line, 10-yard line, and was able to give Cibola a chance to score and eventually take the game.
So that's the final game. Calexico down this one 21-12. We'd like to thank all our sponsors for making this live stream possible. I'd like to thank our halftime guest, Mr. Oscar Rosas, who is the athletic director here at Calexico High School. And helping out at color commentary along with Victor Carrillo is Diego Moreno in the first half, Carlos Moreno in the Los, as he likes to be called, in the second half. And, of course, our coach analyst, Ruben Castro, and then calling the play-by-play in the first half, we have Sonny Moreno. And we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. Oh, wait a minute. I've got my tech guy. We couldn't do anything without Jose Alejos. Did I forget you last week? Come on, you got to remind me. I forget. I'm getting old. And then upstairs, you got your son, Eduardo Alejos, and down on the field, Luis Panchito Garcia, and up in heaven looking down is Stats Malone.
Stats Malone. I'll tell you what, Uncle John, thank you and Uncle Victor, Coach Ruben Castro, thank you for giving us the opportunity to commentate today's game. We had a lot of fun from myself, my brother Diego Moreno, and Sonny. We had a lot of fun with you guys today, especially you guys.
Well, the future did great.
And, yeah, and you guys, when we do a Calexico game, come up and help us out. so I can get to my principal duties. And join us next week where we think we don't know where we'll be, but we think. And our game will start at 6:45, wherever that will be. We'd like to also thank Will Torres, our program director for VSN.
Number 6.
And again, tonight's final score, Calexico 12, Cibola 21. For Vic Carrillo, this is John Moreno of Bulldog Media, bringing you live coverage since 1994 of Imperial Valley football, saying good night on VSN.
Good night.